Welcome to the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. We discuss 6 questions in 9 minutes because leaders know how to be concise. Let's get started with our guest today. Our first question, in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Sean. My name is Lior Romanowsky. I'm 33 years old, a serial entrepreneur from Israel, a CEO of a company called Spartans, which its expertise is artificial intelligence and augmented reality.
Fantastic. That's an exciting field, artificial intelligence.
For sure, especially now.
Question number 2, what's the best thing about working with a team?
So I think that many things cannot be achieved without a strong team. And, when you work a couple of years or more than a couple of years in the high-tech field, you see that the importance of people. Nowadays, when I was younger, I was sure that I can achieve everything by myself and by my own skills. But now, as I grow older, I understand more and more of the importance of a team around me. So the importance of a team is on a daily basis is felt from achieving the goals on the short term or mid-term, and also the support that you're getting, which is as important, if sometimes even more than the crucial goals that you have.
I like that response a lot. Wait till you get to be my age, and then you'll really see the value of teams. It keeps going up as you get older. I like your comment a lot. Thank you. Question number 4. I hear from actually, is this question number 3? Yeah, we're in question number 3. I'm getting ahead of us. Question number 3, I hear from other leaders of teams that it can be a challenge to get team members engaged. Tell me your thoughts.
So engagement is something that we tackle a lot lately in Spartans. And since we started all this situation with COVID started, we feel it much more, and we give it much more importance in our daily routine. So for us, engagement is how much connection, or let's say involvement, has an employee inside the company and the brand on top of a daily assignments. And it affects a lot of things, from how much time he or she will stay in the company, to what kind of, let's say, personal involvement, if it's their skills that they're giving. Are they giving really 100% in order to make your customers happy? So we understood in the last couple of months how important is it, and especially when the challenge now is greater, when you don't see people face to face, not like, at least less. So we invest on a daily basis more and more in meetings, in creating educational topics that can basically connect us and glue us together. So for me, the handling engagement and kind of the collaboration of team members nowadays, it's a daily matter, which is from us is critical.
It's a great comment about engagement being a daily matter. I think that's really important. So great comment. Question number 4, what other piece of advice do you have for leaders of teams?
I think choose wisely. That's the biggest advice. As I always say, as time goes, but as time goes, we understand sometimes in the harder way, which means that we really understand that it's super important to identify and choose very wisely who are your team members and who you're hiring to the company. Nowadays, what we implemented inside of Spartans is a process where we validate not only the skill set of an individual, but also the match towards our values inside the company. And those, for me, are going hand in hand. So selection and precise selection are key to a healthy team.
Great comments about adding in questions during the hiring process about culture and values. I think that is so important. Great comment. Question number 5, what other successful leaders of teams would you like to recognize that have had a positive influence in your life?
Well, I want to make a shout out to the wonderful team from Round Forest, which first of all, it's a company that I was part of before I founded Spartans. And they did an amazing work of empowering people. And what made me also kind of go back to entrepreneurship and found Spartans. So they had a direct impact on me, and not only me. There's a lot of people that came out of this company and made a lot of amazing things. And also, like in general, there's a couple of really amazing companies in Israel that I see that are doing amazing things around people. One of them is Lemonade, and other ones that are Wix that are really pushing it. So there's a lot of amazing companies that are doing amazing things right now.
Well, thank you so much for recognizing all of those individuals and those companies and organizations, because obviously they've had a great influence on you. So thank you for sharing those. Our last question, tell us about your first job.
Well, it depends what's considered the first job. So I think that the first one will be considered a barista. It was in Jerusalem. Basically, we have a hall or a concert hall called Binyanei Uma. And I was like, approximately, I think I was 14 years old. First job, I come to the place totally scared. I don't know what to expect, like job, like what is it? And it was actually very fun. I think that my passion to coffee actually emerged probably there. And I learned a lot of lessons about the human nature and how to give a good customer service. How important is it? And also to delegate conflicts, because as you probably know, when people don't get their coffee on time, there's a lot of conflicts going on. So that's definitely something that I learned from that first job.
Great, and thank you for sharing the lessons learned from that first job as well, because there are always a lot of lessons that we learn from our first jobs, isn't there? So thank you for sharing that.
Indeed.
And Lior, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. How can people find you?
So first of all, the most obvious way is, of course, LinkedIn. I know my last name is quite complex, but try Lior Romanowsky. And the other way is, of course, directly via email. It's Lior@Spartans.tech, TECH. Happy to connect.
Fantastic. This is Sean Richards with the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. For more ideas, go to teamengagementpodcast.com. Again, that's teamengagementpodcast.com to get more ideas on how to boost engagement in your organization. Thanks so much for joining us today, and have a great day.